Hi there. Today I'm going to show you how to add a form to your Squarespace website. We know it's important to have a place for people to subscribe when they land on your website. And we don't want that to be like a super complicated thing to get going, right? Like you don't need to spend a ton of hours trying to figure out how to add a form to your site. Like it should be something super simple. And today I'm going to show you exactly how to do that in just a few minutes so that you can start collecting the leads that come to your site so that you can connect with them later. So let's get to it. So for the purpose of this tutorial, I'm going to show you how to add an actual built-in Squarespace form to your Squarespace website. Now, obviously you can use, if you're using like ConvertKit or Flowdesk or MailChimp or another email service provider, you can also add their forms to your website directly. And I can show you how to do those too. I'll save that for another video though, just to keep this one super short and simple. So today we are just going to add one of the built-in Squarespace forms, and I'll show you how to get that added and customized and ready to start collecting leads. So I'm here on my Squarespace website in the back end, obviously. So I've just created a little test page here for us to work with. So we're just going to get started with that, but these same steps will work on pretty much any page on your site. So you can follow along on whatever page you want to add a form to. So I'm going to start by clicking edit up here in the top. And now we can see we can add page content here. So we're going to hit add section. Now they've, in updates over the recent years, added all of these kind of built-in sections that you can add that they've already designed for you. And if you see something here that you like, by all means, grab it. I think they even have one that has some forms on it. Like the contact section has some with forms built in already. But this is more for like if somebody wants to, if you want somebody to send you a message. But what we're doing today is more of like a newsletter sign up type thing. So we are going to, these are kind of the same. So we are going to do like a newsletter sign up, something like this. So you can start with this if you'd like. You can also, add a blank section if you want to make something more custom. And then we're going to click add a block, and we're going to come over here to newsletter. So I just want to highlight the difference between the two real quick, because if you saw this one that says form, so this is going to be if you have a form you want somebody to fill out with like a questionnaire, or you want them to be able to send you a message, so like a contact form, that's what form is going to be. We're working right now with a newsletter. So that's what I chose to add. And this is what you will get as the basic standard form that they add to your site when you do that. So you can move it around anywhere that you like within the grid. Drag it down if you want it to be lower in your section and so forth. This is really nice because it means you can add some more copy around it. If you'd like, you can add more text boxes and that sort of thing. But right now what we're going to do is double click this to open up the form settings over here. And then we're going to name it and just make it a little more custom here. So for form name, this is newsletter form 5. You could change this. This just lets you know which forms somebody subscribed to. So it's kind of an internal name. So this could be like homepage form, if that's going on your homepage, for example. The title here is what shows up right here. So this would be like something like this. And then here you would put your description, something like that, something that makes them want to sign up. If it's a freebie attached to it, what are they going to get? That kind of thing. That's what you want to put here. And then you can put a disclaimer here. We respect your privacy, unsubscribe anytime, something like that. Gives people that kind of vote of confidence that you're not going to spam them. And then right here is where you want to change the button text to whatever. Something. Put whatever you want there. And then finally, we can choose to add a first name box if you would like to do that, or a name box. So that's up to you. I personally use ConvertKit. They do not, by default, take last names. So I would probably just do first name or just leave it off if I was using a ConvertKit form. I mean, a Squarespace form. So that's totally up to you there. And then finally we have post submit. So this is what happens after they click yes, send it to me. They can either, you could show them a thank you message here. Thank you. Something like that. It will show up when they after they click submit, or you can choose to redirect them to a different page. So you could, for example, maybe send them to your Work With Me page. So whichever one you want to do, or a thank you page. I would recommend doing a thank you page probably. But that's all you have to do there. And then, so this form is ready to go now. Somebody can see it on your site. They can sign up and join your newsletter. Next up, we have design. This is just kind of where you can choose sort of what you want your form to look like. So right now it's stacked and centered, as you can see here. You could change it, change different things about it here. I think centered is probably better. You could change the background if you want. Some of these are newer features to me. I'll put dotted lines around it, make it stand out a little bit more. So yeah, you can play with some of these and choose different things that you want to change about it. About the colors, though, I want to go ahead and point this out. The colors are going to take on the color settings that you have set in your section. So come over here and click Edit Section and go to Colors. You can see here I have these different section options. And if I click on a different one, it changes the background, and it changed the colors of the form to blue. So this is what's set in the settings for forms. Let's see if I can find them in here. Sometimes it's easier to search. Here we go, form fields. So for this section with the blue background, these are the colors that are chosen. So if you want to change the colors, this is where you would have to do it. But keep in mind that anywhere that you have this background chosen for a section, if you have a form in that section as well, it's also going to change the colors for that form. So it would be a site-wide change. So that's just something to keep in mind, but that is where you would want to change the colors if you wanted to make this a different color button, for example. And then we finally have storage. So this is where the name goes when somebody signs up. So that's pretty important, right? So by default, it's just going to go into your email list inside of Squarespace. So if you're using Squarespace mail, then Squarespace email, then that's fine. That's what you want. The other option is to send it to, you can either send it to MailChimp or Zapier or Google Drive. I have in the past used Google Drive and then used Zapier to send it to ConvertKit. And I'll do an updated video. I have a video and I will link it on how to set that up. And it's generally the same, but obviously all the apps have updated since I made that video a few years ago. So I will work on a new one to walk through those steps. But that is what I've done for a very long time, was I sent the info from this form to Google Drive. So it sends it to a spreadsheet, and then Zapier pulls that information and sends it over to ConvertKit. So like I said, I'll link that video, but I will also obviously be making a new one. So yeah, so those are your options for storage there. You can send them to, they can either stay in Squarespace email, that's what you're using. You can send them to Google Drive info, or you can send them to Zapier, which would then send them to another app like ConvertKit or something else. Or if you're using MailChimp, you can connect right to MailChimp. And we can just take a look at this page really quick and see what happens when we test out the form. So this was just a test page I was playing with. So we will do... Okay, so here's the live page. Here's the form we were just playing with. And then I will just, oops, that's my actual pop-up form from ConvertKit though. We will do that, and then yes, send it to me, and then it should redirect. Yeah, because we set that redirect up, and so it went to my Work With Me page, because that's what I had told it to do. So that is all that you need to do to get a form on your website, which we know is super important, like I mentioned in the beginning, to collect the leads, to stay in touch with your audience that comes to your site, because if they come to your site, then they're interested in what you have to offer, right? So again, I will link the video to connecting to ConvertKit below. So you can check that out if that's the service that you were using. And stay tuned to this series because each week I'm going to be bringing you another small thing you can update you can do to your Squarespace website to kind of elevate it and take it to the next level. So I hope you will stick with me through that journey. And by the end of it, we will have a glorious Squarespace website. And I will see you next time.